It's the final chapter of the college football playoff.
It comes down to this.
Miami's unmatched grit and tenacity through the postseason has led them home. The national title now within reach.
They are confident. They are battle-tested.
Undefeated Indiana, led by Chris Signetti and Heisman winner Fernando Mendoza, have the chance to take home their first title and claim college football immortality.
The most remarkable turnaround in the history of college football.
The College Football Playoff National Championship presented by AT&T. Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app.
AI is incredible. It can teach you how to fry an egg and even write a poem, pirate style. Yarr! But it knows nothing about your work. Slackbot is different. It doesn't just know the facts. It knows your schedule. It can turn a brainstorm into a brief. And it doesn't need to be taught. Because Slackbot isn't just another AI. It's AI that knows your work as well as you do. Visit slack.com/meet Slackbot to learn more.
This is the TJ Show, our news. It sounds different around here. Kenny reads through every story he can find, and then he brings us the most interesting ones. Kenny, what's happening on the planet today?
If you had to guess, what do you think the average age of new hires was in 2025 here in the U.S.?
I mean, my guess would be the obvious. I would think it'd be probably out of college. 22, 23?
J-Bo, do you have a guess?
I'm going to go with 29.
You guys are both pretty far off, as it turns out. The average age was 42 years old.
As a new hire?
As a new hire for 2025.
Do they say what the reason is?
Well, I guess it's a tough job market. They said from 2022 to 2025, the share of workers 25 and under shrank from 14.9% to 8.8%.
Oh, no.
They say hiring inflows for that younger set are down more than 45% from 2019, while inflows are up almost 80% for those 65 and older over that same time period. So it appears older generations aren't leaving the workforce and younger generations are having a hard time even getting through the door.
You know, that affects other things, like across the board.
Sure.
Even in like the housing market, which I know people are talking about a lot, older generations, like 65-year-olds, are buying houses, whereas the younger generation can't afford to buy a home. So I wonder how that, you can see the correlation possibly between that and the average age of hire.
Well, the thought that comes to mind for me, if I'm still in my 20s and I could kind of redo it all over again, the first thing I would start doing is I'd start studying leadership. Because there's such a lack of leadership in these offices and in so many places that if you can actually lead well and care about people, serve the people that are working with you, you will rise up so fast because it's so rare, it has to stick out, and you will secure yourself a job.
Well, they have to get into the door first
Right.
to
No,
be
they
able
don't.
to rise up.
Nope.
What do you mean?
There's a
you
teacher.
can't rise in a company if you're not starting at the
If you're
bottom.
not in the company.
There's almost always an entry-level job that you can take somewhere.
But obviously there isn't.
No, I'm talking about
40-year-olds are getting them.
Maybe a job you don't want to do, but in the industry you want to be in. So you take a job that's not perfect, not the dream job. You study leadership, you climb up the ranks, and you have to stand out because there are so many people that are so bad at it.
I get what you're saying, TJ, but if they're not getting the jobs into the company, you can't. All that's moot.
And you're going to have to be okay with taking a job that you don't like in an industry
Correct.
you want to be in. And from what I remember when I was in my 20s, not a lot of my friends wanted to do that. And I don't think that's changed necessarily now, even with conversations I've had with 20-year-olds or people coming out of college. So not disagreeing. I'm just simply saying, like, you have to be able to move past that mindset. You're going to have to take a job you don't want in the field you want to be in.
You got to sacrifice.
And are people willing to do that?
That's the question. That's always the question. But I've found, just from my own walk, when we sacrifice more, it's amazing the way things start to lock into place. And it's hard. It's really hard.
Yep.
It is. I wish it wasn't actually so hard, but it is. It's just a part of our human existence. Kenny, what else you got?
We've been talking a lot about these trends, and they often end with the term maxing. We've talked about looks maxing, which is trying to make yourself look as good as possible. Fiber maxing, maxing out fiber in your diet. We just talked about friction maxing as a way to make your life less convenient in order to find more happiness and fulfillment.
J-Bo, check in on how's your maxing going?
Yeah, I just do life.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really label everything I do.
Well, the latest trend is called bald maxing. So
Okay.
this involves men who are experiencing hair loss, not stressing out about it so much, but embracing their baldness, shaving their heads, and being okay with it.
Yeah, I was reading about this a good 15 years ago. It's when it came onto my radar.
What do they call it then?
Shaving
Confidence.
Your head.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah, actually, it came up because I went to a hairdresser and she told me, hey, you're starting to lose a little bit of your hair. I said, oh, it kind of freaked me out. Because like, what do you mean? So I went on a deep dive and I discovered that, when you're a cool, confident guy, you can make a choice. You can just shave your head.
I will say I am a little envious of you because you seem to have a really good relationship with the fact that your hair is thinning.
Yeah.
And my barber likes to remind me that my hair is thinning. I definitely have the bald spot in the back of the head and I can see more of my scalp than I ever have before.
Freaks you out a little bit.
And it's freaking me out.
Yeah.
But it's a huge trend on social media. There's a guy named James. He's 34 years old. He's calling himself the CEO of Bald Maxing. And his social media channel has, I think, 57,000 Instagram followers and nearly 250,000 YouTube subscribers.
Well, there you go.
So bald maxing is the new maxing trend.
I've gotten to a point where I'm okay with decay. I know that I'm not going to be here forever, so I'm going to embrace this time that I have. And then when my time is up, okay, great. Well, that's okay too.
sounds good.
So my hair is, it's
The least of your concerns.
thinning out. Yeah,
Well,
I got a lot to do that I got to worry about.
I hope to get to that level someday.
All right, well,
You will when you get more responsibilities.
Okay.
Yeah.
come with me to church
Kids.
on Sunday, Kenny. You'll get there.
All right.
All right. What else you got?
There are several terms for different sects of people that may annoy you at the airport. We've talked previously about gate lice. That's what they call people who get up near the gate before their boarding group was actually called.
I just called people impatient.
Yeah, I've been there.
So there's a new term, aisle lice.
Oh, my
So-
head's itching. Every time you say lice, I keep scratching my head. This is making me itch. What is aisle lice?
So these are people that as soon as the fasten seatbelt light goes off after the plane lands, they get up out of their seat and
That's
Yeah.
annoying.
take up space in the aisle.
Yeah, I purposefully stay seated
Same.
for as long as possible because I'm like, this is a ridiculous game to play. You're not going to really get to where you're going faster. And if you do, you're going to look really bad doing it.
Sure.
Well, airline employees hate this. They say that it just slows everybody else down. You think you're going to get there faster, but in reality, you're going to get there slower, and so is everybody else. J-Bo, cover your ears. There's another term I want to mention. They call it baggage claim lice.
What's
and
that?
These are people who get in front of the baggage claim carousel
Oh,
before
yeah.
their bag actually shows
well,
up.
I'm that. Full disclosure.
The
I
thing
do
is,
that.
is like your bag isn't just back up, and then when you see your bag, then you start walking towards the carousel.
You're in everyone's way.
I have some trauma because I went to Aruba with my wife Jess, and I literally saw it happen. Some dude took my wife Jess's suitcase, and there was no mistaking this suitcase. It wasn't like it was just one color. It was a polka dot suitcase. The only polka dot suitcase I've ever seen in my life. He picked it up and started walking away with it. I chased after him. I was like, dude, yo, that's mine. He gave it back to me and kept walking. It was the weirdest thing.
No, that was intentional for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You're
She had
so
her
brave.
computer in there and everything.
That was a brave thing to do.
Well, it was really
For you,
bizarre.
I'm saying.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're
it was definitely a heroic moment.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
That's when you and your wife just were dating, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He has something
Oh,
to
okay, I see.
prove.
Yeah, I
you know what
gotcha.
I'm saying?
Now that they're married,
He's like,
get your own
punk.
bag.
I'm no punk. Right. Now he's like, you strong enough. Go get that bag yourself, bro. I'm right behind you, baby.
All right. Kenny, what else you got?
Well, congratulations to Adrian Stubbs. He's a high school basketball player from Arizona. He is the first high school basketball player in Arizona to score 100 points in a single game.
Whoa.
From Arizona.
Yes, from Arizona. Around the country, there are 27 confirmed 100-point games from high school basketball players.
That's a lot.
Awesome.
That's I guess they kept passing him the ball.
Well, here's the thing.
Nobody else play?
The final score of the game was 109-25. So only 9 other points were scored by other people on this team.
Oh my
and of
goodness.
course, what a blowout. 109-25. Adrian didn't even play in the fourth quarter. He scored all of his points, 70 in the first half and another 30 in the third quarter. Then the coach said, okay, I think you could spend the rest of the game on the bench.
Yeah, they were up by quite a bit, and the other team did not play defense at all.
Wow.
At all.
You pay him off or something?
That's insane.
know.
You know
but
what?
it's
That's
pretty
got to
wild.
be fun, though. Thinking about like where I was at in high school, if that was happening and that was our team, I'd be into that. Like, yeah, keep going.
100
Just
points.
over and over and over. It'd be funny. I'm sure they were cracking up. What else you got, Kenny?
The Guinness World Record for world's fastest trash can has been broken. A trash can that can go 66 miles per hour.
Yeah, when you mentioned this to me before this segment, I was like, what is the point of this? So what was it, to just break a record?
I think the point was for this British inventor, his name's Michael Wallhead, simply to break the record. He bought a wheeled trash bin for about $25, and then he spent $900 on modification, including adding a two-stroke engine to this, and then broke the record by taking it to 66 miles per hour.
You just want to have fun.
But the more I'm thinking about it, this actually could be a brilliant invention. I hate taking my trash cans out to the curb.
I know you do.
So imagine you put wheels on the bottom of your trash cans and, a Roomba. You have a Roomba.
I do.
It learns your living room. It knows where to turn with the couch. Why couldn't you do that with a trash can?
It's a great idea. You might have to pave your driveway.
Well, no.
That's pretty costly to pave a driveway.
Well, maybe you don't pave it. It's what? So I have a rocky driveway. So whatever. You get the big military wheels.
There you go.
J-Bo's husband has those, right?
Yeah.
He's in the military, and you guys have a storage unit with that kind of stuff in it, right? Spare tank wheels and stuff?
Oh, it's
She's
funny.
not commenting. Why is she not saying yes or no?
Confirm nor deny.
You're so funny.
All right. Cool. Kenny, what else you got?
Some research is now saying spending even just a little time in nature during the workday can reduce stress, improve focus, and increase feelings of calm and optimism. So get outside during your workday if you can, even for just a little bit.
Agreed.
Nature can do that. So if you do it at work, that's nice.
I would even say a walk around the block is fun. There's something about just hitting the outside air that changes something, or at least I've found that to be the case. Like if I've got a lot going on one day and it's nonstop, I go outside. There's a little park near where we work. It's great. You see a squirrel climbing up a tree. Like, look at that guy. Very talented.
Yeah, one suggestion is holding walk and talk meetings outdoors or join virtual meetings while walking outside.
Yes.
Not all of us can walk and talk. Absolutely not.
No, this is great.
And with allergies going around, you can't even breathe halfway down the strip.
Well,
no way.
We are so blessed in the building that we're in. They've almost got this like walking track that goes around the building, and it's sort of out in the lobby. It's this interesting design. And I saw someone one day on the phone walking around. And ever since I saw that, I've been inspired to do that. So anytime I have to get on a call that I know is going to be more than like 2 or 3 minutes, if it's with my wife, whoever, I just start walking around the perimeter. And it's like, man, I'm moving.
No,
This
that
is
doesn't
cool.
count as nature, though.
It's not nature.
You're still inside.
There's a window nearby.
Yeah, this is about nature.
Right. But the movement actually helps. I do feel better than just sitting in my chair. And I've now come to not like Zoom calls because I have to sit down. I can't be like moving around and be jostle guy with the Zoom calls. But it makes a difference just being able to move. Yeah, but if you're in nature, the wind blowing into the receiver, that's very annoying.
Well, if you did take that little walk and talk outside, it would be better for your well-being. And this article from the Associated Press references this company, Atlantic Packaging. They've noticed a clear difference in their employees when they have this exposure to nature, and they've done something about it. They've made the outside of their complex beautiful with plants and shrubs and walking trails, all of this to give their employees a chance to get this outdoor exposure.
That's nice.
Hey, easy's good for me. I'm a fan. What else you got, Kenny?
People magazine is reporting on now viral video that shows a Waymo driverless taxi stopping on top of light rail tracks and the passenger getting out with the train coming off in the distance.
We have video of this,
Yes.
presumably because someone saw someone stuck on train tracks, and the move they made was to film it.
That was the first move they made, yes,
Now-
from across the street.
Not check to see if there's somebody in the car, but to film it.
Yeah, like I have made some decisions in my life, and I think back, what would I have done differently? Well, if that was me, I would say, maybe next time I go with a little, hey, window knock. You okay, bro?
Yeah, you might
need
wanna
some
get
help?
out.
Yeah, this is the train tracks. Like, could you walk over to the car? You'll check and make sure the train's not coming, but maybe quickly shuffle over there and say, bro, you okay? Rather than filming it.
Well, you could do both. You could film and walk towards them and be like, hey, what's going on?
Because you
Even if
do need
the-
proof if you need to break a window to get the person out if the doors won't unlock from the inside.
Well, I was thinking the view count. But yes, obviously, yes, you want to help that person.
Well-
Oh, humanity.
Candy, you would definitely film yourself. You've been longing to be a hero.
Yeah, well, I want those glasses that have the camera on it so I could just be filming everything all the time.
And catch a heroic moment of some
course.
kind. You
Well,
did
yeah.
save a
And a
cat.
headache, though. They give headaches for what I've heard.
I saved a cat. I saved an old lady on a ski lift. I mean,
Yeah, he's got a long
if
list.
Only I had those glasses.
Right.
So you do see the passenger getting out of the car. He's fine. The car did get out of the way before the train actually came.
I'm glad
According
to
to
hear that.
Waymo and experts, they think the car was confused because
Okay.
of construction in the area, and the
a
light
car.
rail is pretty new.
It's not a
It was
human being.
confused. It doesn't have a brain.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a machine that didn't work.
Right.
You ever have to restart your computer? Well, if you're on a computer with wheels, I would think the same thing happens
Yeah.
every once in a while. And sometimes you got to restart on a train track.
Well, Control Alt Delete. But yeah, the train did not hit the car
Good.
or anything like that.
Well, glad to hear about that. Kenny, what else you got?
TJ, I know your dad is a diehard New York Yankees fan, right?
Yep.
And when they built the new Yankee Stadium, didn't your dad pay for like a jar of dirt from the old Yankee Stadium?
He got it as a present.
Oh, he got it as a present.
Yeah, it was like a little piece of the grass
Okay.
from the field. And it's still in our house, and it's dead.
It's dried out.
It's dry.
It's dust.
Yeah.
Well, this is fairly common when a team builds a new stadium and they move to the new stadium. They'll sell off and auction the stuff from the old stadium. That's what's happening for your beloved Buffalo Bills, as they'll be playing in a new stadium next year. So they're auctioning off a bunch of stuff from the old Highmark Stadium, including the urinal troughs.
That's disgusting.
And people are bidding on these? Can't be.
From what I understand, I saw a list price for one of them at $14,999.
Yeah, but that's what they're asking for. Did anyone actually buy it? And if they did, could you please get us an interview with them? I want to ask questions.
Yeah, I can't find confirmation of an actual purchase, but it's more than just the urinal troughs. They're selling the seats and the stands, photos, patches of the turf, pieces of the goalposts. But yeah, the big headline grabber is the urinal troughs in the men's rooms at Highmark Stadium.
I think if you have like a family room, or some guys have like a man cave, then like a seat from the stadium would be kind of cool to put that in there. But the urinal, unless you are going to install that urinal and have some use out of it.
Who has a bathroom big enough to install one of those troughs? I mean,
these
isn't this
are-
like a long
These
thing?
are like
whole
at least
wall, right?
6 feet of a metal tub that essentially guys line up to
my
do their
goodness.
business into.
There's people who got money to blow. Not me.
Yeah.
Not me. Not you. Maybe Heather. But there's some people who have money
Yeah.
to blow, and they may want to buy that.
That was my bid. I put 1401. That was her.
You think I could fit that in my living room if I wanted to? Probably.
The question is, can you fit it? The question is your wife just going to let you?
All right, it's a work in progress.
Well, I thought because you're such a big Bills fan that
Right.
maybe we could all put our money together and
I'm
buy
not putting
one
my
for
money
TJ.
into that.
So yeah, every week if you go to the Bills website, they're going to be introducing new products, I guess, until the new building opens next fall.
Listen, maybe there's a bigger Bills fan than me, and they should get that.
Okay.
I'm going to pass on this one. Kenny, what else you got?
TJ, I've heard you talk about how when your wife drags you to the gym, you notice the pickleball players
Oh, yeah.
playing on the courts. You might want to get on that court yourself. It could lead to an endorsement deal from Nike.
Oh.
Yeah,
TJ's not getting
I'm
on that
missing out.
court.
Nike has made its first ever pickleball endorsement deal with 18-year-old Anna Lee Waters. We do not know how much she's getting from Nike, but we do know that it's a Nike first, and she is currently ranked world number 1 in singles, doubles, and mixed doubles pickleball.
How about that?
Good for her.
Good for her. She's 70?
18 years old.
18. Oh, good. Okay.
Missed that part.
I must have heard that.
A game for all ages.
But you can be 70. So honestly, I think this would be a good sport for you, because if you have 70-year-olds, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Because you're always concerned about getting hurt.
Yeah.
But you have 70-year-olds who are doing this sport,
Yeah,
and
the injury
so
risk is lower for
It
pickleball.
looks, it does look like it's really fun.
is
And
fun.
I did jump on a court when they were like closing it down. I was like, Jess, come on, let's grab a paddle real quick. And it is fun. It's like
think you can do it.
It's like you're on the ping pong table.
It's an oversized ping pong
Yeah.
table. You get to stand on the ping pong table.
I think it's really cool.
It's like short tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
less
also
work
you're-
than tennis.
Also, yeah, that would be good for you because I think you look like you have 70-year-old bones.
What?
So
What are you talking about? What did I do to deserve that?
today, all day,
I just-
we've been beating up on TJ.
Yeah, what is
Usually we
going
beat
on?
up on Kenny, but we got bored with Kenny, so now we're moving on to TJ.
it was
Fine
just
with
a
me.
thought in my head that I had to get out. Sorry.
70-year-old bones. I'm a 41-year-old man.
I said you look like you have 70-year-old bones.
Okay. Well, that's
Can't confirm unless you see a doctor.
that's hot. Thank you, Heather. Really talking me up. What else you got, Kenny?
A Harvard-trained psychologist, Meredith Elkins, talked to CNBC and gave 5 signs that you may be overparenting your kids.
All right. Well, let's test it out on me. Go ahead.
You solve problems too quickly, and the kids don't get the chance to struggle, think, and succeed independently.
Oh, no. My kids got to figure things out. They got to keep busy with something.
All right, 1 for 1. You're doing good.
Go ahead.
You shield them from negative emotions. Avoiding sadness or frustration prevents kids from learning how to cope with those emotions.
Oh, no. They get pretty upset when I say, you get your own water.
Yeah, they cry a lot. We get a lot of that audio in the studio.
All right, go ahead. Number 3.
You expect fragility instead of capability. She says lowering expectations teaches children to see themselves as weak.
You know, this was interesting. My kid was going to a camp last summer, and she wanted to be in her older friend's class. And they said, no, it's a certain age restriction. And Charlie, my daughter, was upset about it. I said, well, I'll tell you what, go to the top. Whoever the person is that's running the camp, write them a letter and tell them why you're going to behave in the older kid class. She wrote this whole letter, drew a little picture. They actually accepted her request.
Nice. Did she behave?
Yeah.
Awesome. That means they'll let her in next year, too, if she wants.
She had to do it herself, though. Mm-hmm. What else, Kenny?
Your anxiety drives decisions. She says kids may interpret this as a lack of trust in their abilities.
Yeah, I could probably do better with that. I don't want them climbing trees.
Yeah, you don't have to let him.
Yeah.
Let them.
Roller skate.
Yeah, but your wife's pretty good at that. Jess is pretty good at, counterbalancing your anxieties. You know
Well,
what I mean?
she grew up climbing trees.
Yeah.
Whereas my mom said, don't you dare go in that tree. You know what can happen? You could fall out of it. You're going to hurt your head.
So really, the voice you gave your kids is not even yours, it's your mom's.
Well, we're for climbing
you were
trees.
overparenting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all coming
Yeah.
full circle.
It's a therapy session real quick during the news.
Yeah. But I never fell out of a tree, which is good. So
Did you ever climb one?
No, I didn't do that.
Well, you can't fall out of one.
It's
You don't
really
climb them.
fun.
Do you know how dangerous it is to climb a tree,
You should
J-Bo?
try. You might like it.
Yeah.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
What were you climbing palm trees in Florida?
Of course. They
Good for you.
bend, so it's fine. Yeah, just pull it down, jump on it.
They
Yeah.
are very impressive.
Yeah, they are.
Kenny, what else you got?
I'm curious what you guys think of this. So Microsoft had a big announcement yesterday. They announced that they would pay more when they build a new data center in your city to ensure that elevated electricity costs won't be passed on to consumers.
I don't trust it.
I don't believe it.
When Hulu first came out, they said, this is free. You know, we pay for that now. I don't trust them whatsoever.
What about the ads, J-Bo? Where those ads come from?
Hello.
You know
Now
what
we
I
have
mean?
ads and I pay for it.
Well, also, shouldn't that just be obvious? Like, they're coming in, they're using more electricity.
You should be paying
They
for it.
should be paying for it. Why is that
Yes.
an announcement?
Because other companies aren't.
Oh, my goodness.
As a matter of fact, Bloomberg found that communities near data centers saw electricity costs soar by nearly 267% compared to last year. It appears no matter what side of the political aisle you're on, everyone agrees they don't want these data centers in their community.
They don't want to pay for the machine that's going to replace them. Gee, that's a big statement.
Yes, we can all agree on that.
Kenny, what else do you got?
A lot of sports fans have very strong opinions about the sports announcers that call these games. Many of them hate Joe Buck, for instance, or they think Chris Collinsworth has got too big of a fandom for Patrick Mahomes or whoever it may be. So Peacock has announced a new feature that will allow users to mute the announcers when watching sporting events.
I don't mind them all the time. I like when the color announcers, the one that just adds humor and comedy to it. I like hearing what they have to say. But sometimes they can do a lot of talking.
Well, it's interesting because it's always just been that way. And I guess that started in the earliest days of radio and then it transferred over to television. But it seems like such an obvious move and the technology is there. It would be interesting to experience the game like you're in the stadium.
Yeah, and I think that's what it'll be. It will have the natural sound of the crowd and the players, whatnot, but you won't hear any announcers announcing the game.
I was going to say, I just thought that was a mute button. Doesn't your TV already have one of those?
Yeah, but then you get to experience the sound of the field and the players and everything.
I always find it weird when I go to a live sporting event that when I don't hear the announcers. It's very odd to me, and I'm like, I kind of been missing it a little bit.
Yeah. It also, I guess the other part of this that annoys me is how customizable do we need our lives? Can we all agree it's fine if the announcer's there? It just seems to work for most people.
A little discomfort is okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kenny, what else you got?
Well, the Golden Globes got a lot of attention after their awards ceremony Sunday night. Not much attention was given to the 9th annual Astra Awards, which were also held recently in Los Angeles. So this is an award show put on by the Hollywood Creative Alliance. They're a group of critics, journalists, content creators, other creatives. Their mission is to amplify diversity, inclusion, accessibility into the world of entertainment. So the big story here out of this award show and some outrage actually from it was was that the award for best performance in a horror or thriller went to a dog.
Come on now.
Like a real live dog.
A real live dog. Indy the dog. As a matter of fact, the movie Good Boy, we talked about it before it came out. It's a horror movie that's told entirely from the perspective of this dog that belonged to the director. It was meticulously trained to react. No CGI, no AI was used in post-production. It was all genuine reactions from Indy the dog.
Sounds like it was well deserved.
Yeah. You know, at these award shows, I think they just like to make a headline, and they did. And now we're talking about it, and more people know about this Fringe Award than ever before.
Have there been any comments from the actors who lost to the dog?
Not from them directly, but from movie purists. They say that this is disgraceful. They say it's degrading to the actors. But listen to this. Alison Brie for Together, Ethan Hawke, Black Phone 2, Sally Hawkins from Bring Her Back, Sophie Thatcher for Companion, and Alfie Williams for 28 Years Later. All very well-known actors lost to a dog.
Yeah, but Kenny, you could start an award show and give it to whoever you want.
This is a little bit more legitimate than an award show that I would
Had you
start.
heard of it before this?
I think I have, and it's been around for 10 years.
Jabo, have you?
No.
Heather?
No,
okay, neither have I.
Yeah, it sounds familiar to me.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, Getty.
Yeah.
Getty had no idea. until
Rings
he
a
did this
bell.
article.
Well, listen,
Read this
we
article.
do love dogs, so happy for the pup.
And he was acting. The dog was acting.
And
about
was
that.
reportedly very good.
Yeah, I'm sure they had a little pepperoni behind the camera. Dogs will do a lot for pepperoni.
Whatever they did, it
Same.
reacted well.
All right, Kenny, what else you got?
There's a social media trend claiming 2026 is the new 2016, and it has countless people on social posting photos and videos of themselves and things that happened 10 years ago.
Yeah, I've seen like 15 people in one scroll, and it's all their old pictures. And,
Yeah.
You know, I don't want it to annoy me so much. I don't want to be annoyed by it. It's their business. They can do whatever they want. They want to post pictures. But I see it, and it annoys me.
But why is it? Why is it so?
So this was sparked by a TikTok creator named Cam Sackett, and he called 2016 the last great year we had on this planet.
Now, why did he say that? He just made that up.
Were there like events like after 2016 that made it bad years? Or?
Well, okay, let's test it right now. Watch. I'll show you. It's pretty insignificant. Go ahead. 2016, good year for you or just another year?
Yeah, I met my husband Archie in 2016.
Okay, bad data point from my
Great.
point.
It was pretty awesome.
Kenny, 2016, any memories?
Stranger Things came out in 2016.
There you go.
He does watch a lot of TV.
Yeah, that sounds pretty insignificant. You going to post a picture of that?
Hamilton started its Broadway dominance.
Oh, yeah, I guess that is a big
Hamilton
deal.
was pretty big deal.
that was a big deal.
2016.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go. That's when it started.
Okay. All
So
right.
yeah, there were a
Maybe
lot
he's
of
onto
things.
something.
There were some political things too, but again, it's all over my social media feed, and that's pretty much an explanation of what's going on when you see all your friends and family. A lot of celebrities doing it too. I saw Charlie Puth posting on, as well as Lily Collins and Shay Mitchell, just to name a few, but people are hopping on this bandwagon for sure.
Yeah.
TJ, you've met Charlie Puth, right?
I did. It might have been around 2016.
2016? The best year of your life.
I actually got into a little bit of trouble with Charlie.
Why?
So I had this idea that I think she was 4, my daughter Charlie, would do the interview. Because, you know, like in radio, they're like, hey, you get to talk to Charlie, but they give you like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's almost humiliating.
It's tough.
And Charlie's like one of the coolest guys. He loves music in such a deep way. I love him. I'm a super
so
fan.
why not talk to another Charlie? Right?
Well, yeah. So I said, well, listen, I'm not going to really do much in this space. So I had my daughter set up. We had the cameras and everything. And he walked in the room. And it was just like lights on, and Charlie started doing the interview.
Your daughter was at work with you doing the interview?
No, we were at like some big event space.
Oh, that's
it was in like
hilarious.
the backstage
How
area.
did you handle that?
He was great.
Well, if I remember correctly, she called him Charlie Poop.
Well, she got the name wrong. Yeah.
Close enough, though.
No, he was extremely gracious, like so gracious, one of the nicest guys.
Yeah.
And actually, we interviewed him shortly. So what I was saying, some people were not happy. People who are not fun were not happy
Yeah,
about my initiative
Charlie was fine, though.
that I took. But he was fine. And then he came back to be interviewed on our show later.
There you go.
And he actually said this was the greatest interview he's done in a while. And I have that on tape. So he obviously was fine with us.
The one that he had with you, the one that he had with your daughter, Charlie.
No, the one with me. So listen, my daughter was 4. Just give her a little time to catch up.
Saying.
Kenny, what else do you have?
Pamela Anderson was recently interviewed by Andy Cohen, and they were talking about the Golden Globes, which were last week, and Pam expressed that she felt yucky because she was seated so close to Seth Rogen, who produced and starred in the Hulu series Pam and Tommy that outlined the stealing and the release of the intimate tape that was released between her and Tommy Lee.
Well, yeah, it was stolen.
It was stolen.
Out of their safe. I am surprised because clearly Pam wasn't thrilled about that, and yet Seth moved forward.
Absolutely. Nobody asked Pam or Tommy, for that matter, for their permission to move forward with this Hulu series. Obviously, nobody asked their permission to release the tape either.
Right.
But she said it made her feel yucky just to be so close to him, considering that was a pretty dark time in her life. And, of course, it was kind of celebrated.
Yeah, I got to defend my ex-imaginary girlfriend because I really felt like, there was something special one way between us. And I just think that she seems like a very nice person. So I don't like that they made that film about her.
I agree.
Okay, very good. Well, there you go. That's my statement.
I mean, it's a touchy subject. I mean, Pamela's obviously a public figure, and
there's no two ways about it.
You don't need permission. Legally, you don't need permission to do something like this.
Yes, you do. What, to make the movie, you mean?
To make the movie, yeah.
Oh, okay, sure. But it's the right thing to do, to not make the movie.
So that's what it was, and I guess she was so close. They didn't talk to each other or anything like that. It was just a weird, awkward situation.
Especially if he knew that she wasn't cool with it.
Right,
Did he ask her and he knew that she said no?
No, I don't even think the question was asked.
Yeah,
actually.
If you go to her and you go, hey, we're thinking about doing this thing. Do we have your sign off on it? And she says no, you would think you'd respect that. I don't know. Kenny, what else do you have? TJ,
I thought you'd find this interesting. So marine archaeologists in Denmark discovered the largest medieval cargo ship, known as a cog, found beneath the waters near Copenhagen.
Ooh, I am interested. What was in it? Tell me either treasure, perfectly preserved weapons.
Interestingly enough, it appears this ship sank on its way back after making a delivery, so there was nothing on the cargo ship.
Well,
it was
I guess
an empty ship.
The medieval folks were thrilled that they at least got to where they were going, although that was a sad ending. But imagine you find something like that, and you're like, what is inside of it? Could go either way.
Then you're so disappointed.
Yeah. Oh, it's the one with nothing in it. Okay, we'll keep looking.
Just rich history inside that ship, 600 plus years old.
Well, that's valuable. You find something preserved like that. It's got to be cool to study that if you can get it out of the water.
And they said it was remarkably well preserved because I guess when it sank, it fell into a bunch of sediment on the sea floor and it was just covered in mud. That mud kept it preserved. And they said they figured out how old it was by looking at the tree rings of the Polish oak that was used to build the ship.
That's cool.
Thinking about last summer when you convinced me to get on your boat. Don't you ever do that to me again. You were a good driver, but I don't want to be on that boat
That water was
again.
only 4 feet deep.
Yeah,
you would be fine.
Don't want that either.
You could literally stand up in it.
I didn't know that. It was still scary. Like it was really deep.
It's just the bay.
Kenny, what else do you have?
Every so often we bring up the lottery and what we would do if we were to win the lottery. And I know, TJ, you say that you want to help the people in your life and give some money to me and J-Bo and others.
Absolutely. I have a list of people that if I won big, J-Bo, here you go. Get a little extra on your sandwich. Go ahead.
I want to tell you about Patty.
You can have bacon? Thanks. You won $30 million and I can have bacon. I appreciate it.
Get 2 packages. Freeze the other one.
So excited.
So Patty from Ottawa, Canada won Canada's Lotto Max $70 million jackpot.
Could you imagine that?
Considering that she has had quite the life, I mean, she's dealt with trauma, illness, addiction, and homelessness. To now have all of this money, what she wants to do with it is give back. And we're learning through local Canadian news that she recently went to a grocery store and just started handing out $20,000 worth of grocery store gift cards to people in need.
That's awesome.
It's not like you're going to be able to fill up a full cart with $20,000, but you're going to get something, which is cool.
It's enough for at least one grocery run.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, Patty says she just wants to share her happiness, and she's doing that as much as she can with her big windfall.
Kenny, what else do you have?
You guys are both Costco members, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Are you aware that Costco has an electronics trade-in program where you could trade in your old electronics for Costco gift cards?
Yes.
I had no idea. Have you ever done it?
I've never done it, but I knew about it. Yes.
Yeah, so I just saw this article. It's on thecooldown.com, Apparently, this has been around since 2019. It's a pretty simple process. You go to their partner Phobio's website and you fill out forms. They get you set up with shipping labels. You mail in your old electronics. They like laptops, old phones, smart watches, media players, laptops particularly, TJ, and I'm pretty sure you have a couple of old laptops at your house. They could get you up to $2,500 in rewards at Costco for trading in your old laptop.
I have 2. I can do that right now. That'd be nice.
I was going through my closet and I have a whole graveyard of laptops because I don't know what to do with them from like the last 15 plus years.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do I do? Am I going to keep collecting these things? I bet there's got to be either metals or something inside of these things that they can harvest. And I'm sure they make a mint off of harvesting these laptops.
Well, I think some of them they recycle and they're able to reuse to make other laptops, like certain parts and whatnot. I've taken like other old electronics to certain department stores and they'll recycle, but they don't give me anything back.
Yeah, this is.
At least you get something back here.
Like, I'm gonna buy those. Like, you know, that when they remove the pomegranates for you, and it's a little extra money. It's like $9 for 4 of them. I get a lot of those, man.
Well, in both cases, you're right.
Treat myself.
They can refer, but they're also harvesting materials from these laptops. There's gold. There's lithium-ion batteries.
Oh, maybe I'll
there's gold in these things?
Maybe I'll keep it.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
Some of the circuitry has got trace gold amounts.
Yeah, I knew they were messing.
Yeah.
Okay, Kenny, what else do you have?
There's a report of a man from Utah who recently had surgery and awoke from the procedure speaking fluent Spanish, despite only having a very low-level knowledge of the language.
These stories are always very fascinating. I don't know how that happens, where like you don't know how to speak the language, yet you all of a sudden can do it fluently. It's very weird.
I don't know. The brain is a pretty awesome thing.
It is. Well, you know, the only thing that this makes me think of is when you start reading about spiritual things, there's something called speaking in tongues. And the thought is that, like, you're getting this outside influence. And there have been these reports where people who had no connection to any language just start speaking the language, and there are people that understand it.
Yeah, well, for this particular guy, he says this has happened multiple times when going under the knife. He says ever since he was 19 years old, he's woken up. The nurses ask him if he's in pain, and he responds in Spanish. Whether or not it's fluent, I'm questioning that as a part of this article, but there are more than 100 cases of either foreign language syndrome or foreign accent syndrome, where people wake up from surgery either with a foreign accent or actually speaking a foreign language. I did
So fascinating.
some digging around into this. There's one theory, they call it cryptomnesia, hidden memory. So without even really realizing it, you're exposed perhaps to the foreign language, and that's stored somewhere in the brain, and somehow it's awakened when you woke up from surgery. That's the one plausible explanation.
I mean, seeing how we don't use the full capacity of our brain, I can see that being possible.
Yeah, what a mystery.
Yeah, very interesting.
Kenny, what else do you have?
Do you know how in the United States, and I'm sure other places too, it's customary when a person retires, the company will often get them a gift? You know, we hear about the gold watch here in the United States. Well, apparently that's a thing in India too. At the Indian Railways, the rail company in India, they present their retired employees with a silver medal. Well, after lab testing, turns out that silver medal ain't silver. It's mostly copper with trace amounts of silver.
Oh, well, you know.
Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah,
Can you imagine?
Save a few bucks.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be a retirement gift. I worked all these years.
As long as they don't find out about it, then, everyone wins, right? Everyone feels good, and that's real nice.
Jay, but how would you feel if you get a gold watch retirement gift and find out a couple of weeks later that it's fake gold?
First of all, I would be upset if you give me a gold watch as a retirement gift. Can we back up to that?
Okay.
That would upset me.
What would you like? Car?
I mean, something. A nice little pension would be nice. Can we go back to that?
Pension. That sounds like a good idea.
know?
Okay.
A
Kenny,
gold watch.
Thank you.
I'd
for
sell it.
Keeping us somewhat informed. Yeah, I guess the gold watch doesn't hit as hard when you got the phone, you got the time, you can find it
but
everywhere.
what am I going to do with this?